Does it look good?
Tell us when to talk. Welcome to Mansion Park Stadium and the commencement ceremony for the 141st graduating class of Altoona Area High School. I'm Paula Foreman, the school district's Community Relations Director, and we are pleased to be able to bring you this graduation ceremony live from Mansion Park Stadium. Thank you to our very own Mountain Lion television crew for assisting with this first live stream broadcast on YouTube channel. Joining me for tonight's commencement are two of our Altoona Area High School counselors who have worked closely with these graduating seniors, Rebecca Anderson and Jolie Fleck. Jolie, you and Rebecca probably know most of today's graduates as well as anyone in attendance this afternoon. Let's talk about some of the highlights this year. Rebecca?
Well, some of the highlights that I can think of are really that this class has just adjusted so well to a lot of new things this year. They were the first class with a new principal, first class with a new SAT exam, first class with our new scheduling system, new transcript system, and they've just adjusted to all kinds of new things with just class, grace. They're a wonderful group of people. We have 573 graduates this year, and they are just an outstanding group of kids. Julie, what do you think?
Oh, I agree. They're so generous with their time and talents. They're very involved in clubs, activities, sports, community service. I always am impressed by their grit.
573 is a little bit of a larger class, a little bigger than last year, so it's nice to see. Rebecca, a vast majority of these new graduates are already making plans or have made plans for ways they use their Altoona Area High School diploma as a stepping stone for preparing for their future. I'm sure they're experiencing a wide range of emotions. In fact, I witnessed, and you and Jolie were standing there in the hallway the other day when the students were picking up their cap and gowns. They were anxious about what lies ahead. I'm sure they're excited to get out there on their own, and even a little nervous or scared to take that next step toward achieving their career goals, don't you think?
Absolutely. I think there is a mixed emotion of excitement, nervousness, a little anxious, but overall I think they're very happy and very happy to move on. We have 71% of the students in this class are going on to post-secondary education. 6% are going into our armed services, and 13% directly into the workforce. So, you know, they're all going on and doing very important things in society, and they've just excelled above and beyond what anyone could expect of them.
In addition to that, Jolie, I think we had some National Merit Commended Scholars this year. Two of them, in fact.
Right, Alessandra Fama and Tyler Rispoli are our National Merit Commended Scholars. Plus, we have 21 Presidential Academic Excellence winners out there this evening.
That's pretty impressive. Additionally, I did a little research too today. Advanced Placement Scholars. 5 of our seniors qualified last year with their testing. We don't normally get those results for this year's seniors till July, so for the next school year. But those kids that were juniors last year, seniors this year, were again Michael Bruce, Alessandra Fama, Tamika King, Sarah Soma, and Gavin Williamson. So congratulations to those students as well. One of the significant accomplishments to note, and we do this every year, is the service-oriented efforts put forth by not only the senior class, but Altoona Area High School students in general. This is something that we note each year. However, it's one that continues to impress. Collectively, students donate their time, raise funds, collect items as an outreach to the school community as well as our Altoona community at large. Monies raised have been donated to the local food pantry as well as other community organizations. Many of our students and families are supported by these organizations. The importance of community service is something that's instilled in our students by our administration, our faculty, you folks. I know it's something that is stressed at all levels. Many of our students, senior students, participated in a community service elective as well. So that's 2 periods out of a day or 1 where they can go out and serve in the local elementaries.
They volunteer in schools, in hospitals, in offices, anywhere in the community. They're willing to work with some of our young people, and they appreciate their help.
And then this week we had Tune Up. And I think Mrs. DeShong, who we have to recognize this evening as the coordinator, one of our Altoona Area High School science instructors, as the coordinator of that effort. It was their 5th year this year. We had over 800 students. I think it was 65 faculty members.
It's fantastic.
That just canvassed Altoona in about 30 sites, cleaning up for the summer and just beautifying our areas. It was pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
Members of the class of 2017 have also played a significant role in many of our academic clubs that have competed in the state and national levels this year. These clubs competing at the state level included Future Business Leaders of America, Junior Academy of Science, the Environthon, Speech League, and the Technology Student Association. The experience and opportunities these competitions offer our students is immeasurable, and the excellence our students demonstrate is a tribute to the faculty who teach and challenge them every day. So let's talk about the weather for a minute. It's beautiful at Mansion Park.
It is. It's a gorgeous night.
Lovely.
I have to laugh. The week before graduation, I think most of the administration becomes amateur meteorologists as we watch the weather and hope that we're outside at Mansion Park. Obviously, the advantage of being here is that, as you can see, and I don't know if we can pick up on our broadcast, but there's a lot of space for a lot of family members, and no one has to pick and choose who can come. So we were happy about that tonight.
And that means a lot to our graduates. They
absolutely
want to
does.
thank so many of their family members who are here tonight for all the help that they've given them to get them to this point.
Yeah,
Their mentors, their teachers from elementary to junior high to high school, their bus drivers, their lunch ladies, anybody that's meant something to them.
and that's a good point, because I've seen people here tonight that really aren't family members, but they just are here to support someone that they know that's graduating. So as our procession of graduates continues, let's take a few minutes to preview tonight's ceremony. Altoona Area High School Superintendent Dr. Charles Prietel will serve as the presiding official. Senior Isabel Micah will sing the national anthem. Class member Alyssa Raspoli will offer the invocation. The vocal ensemble, which is our Altoona Area High School chorus, will sing Roots Before Branches under the direction of Mrs. Kelly Sipes, the high school's choral director. 4 of our graduating seniors will address their classmates. Salutatorian Sarah Somar and Devin Almond, Valedictorian Alessandra Fama, and class president Renee Johnson. Principal Andy Neely is completing his first year as the head principal at the high school. We'll give the class message before my 2 partners for today's broadcast, Rebecca Anderson and Jolie Fleck, will introduce each of the graduating seniors individually. Each student will receive a handshake from the board president, who's Mr. John Donley, and members of the Altoona Area School Board. And Senior Joseph Roche will lead members of the class of 2017 in the singing of the alma mater, followed by the benediction, which will be given by Senior David Hez. So before you 2 have to run off here, let's just do a few highlights on our valedictorian and salutatorians and class presidents. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Jolie, to talk about Alessandra.
Yeah, Alessandra is an exceptional youth leader. On top of being a dedicated scholar, she volunteers as a big sister with some younger kids. She also volunteers at a local nursing home with some of our older people. The thing that she said has had the most impact on her is her running in cross country and track. She's really excited about going to Juniata College. She's looking to pursue psychiatry.
Nice. Okay, what about Sarah Sommer, Rebecca? Rebecca?
Well, Sarah Somers also, she's so gifted academically and has worked very, very hard. She's in numerous activities. She's a member of the National Honor Society. She has placed first in the Apples language competition. She's a cheerleader, a vital member of the Students Against Destructive Decisions organization. She's a student ambassador. She is a peer tutor. She's worked with MLTV. She's done a variety of different things throughout her high school career. It's really phenomenal. She's planning to attend West Virginia University, majoring in chemistry, and hopes to one day be a water chemist. So we look forward to having her in that profession in the future.
That's awesome. Okay, then we have Devin Almond, who is another salutatorian.
She is another wonderful young woman. She plays the violin in our orchestra. She manages our volleyball team. Plus, she's made significant connections in circle of friends, reaching out to her peers. She's also a volunteer at the Red Cross, both as a donor and an organizer. So we really appreciate her leadership. Juniata College will be enjoying that as well next fall as she plans to major in pre-med.
Another science major. Nice to
Yes.
see our
Future
women going
scientists
into
here.
that. And then class president Trinae Johnson. She's another one I know has been very busy.
She is. She's so involved in so many activities, they can hardly all fit on her transcript. Her service, her artistic, athletic pursuits. She has been very involved with drama. She was the lead in Hairspray, one of the leads in Hairspray last year. Still very involved with drama this year. She's admired as a student leader, president of our foreign language club, treasurer of Earth Keepers. Her kindness and willingness to help her peers is always so nice. She tells me reading is a constant in her life. She also, like many of our students, holds a part-time job.
She was also part of Project SOAR.
Yes.
Which I think is another program that a lot of our viewers might not know about, where is a structured mentoring program for students that might be first-generation college students, or and they are given a little extra direction and support. And the program beginning in 9th grade runs through 12th grade, and that's a phenomenal program.
It is a great program, and it's helped Trinae because she is going to be going on to Baldwin-Wallace.
Wow, very nice.
Yes.
Excellent.
So as you can see or hear, a lot of our kids, now obviously these were just the 4 student leaders that will be speaking tonight, but all of our kids have been very involved in activities, and that's one nice thing about the Altoona Area High School, whether it be a focus in academics or athletics or the arts or any of the extracurricular activities. There's a lot that we offer and a lot for kids to get involved and engaged in their school. So as our Julie and Rebecca have to head down to the field, I want to thank you for being up here this evening. Good luck with all
Thank
the
you.
names.
Thank
I think
you.
you have the biggest
It's a
challenge
great
of
class.
the evening.
It
We're
is a
looking
great
forward
class.
to seeing them graduate tonight.
And we wish you luck too. Enjoy your summer and
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you, Paula.
look forward
It's
to
great
your next
being here.
class. So as Jolie and Rebecca head down to the field for their additional duties, just a couple things I want to highlight about our programming is the Altoona Area High School Music Department. This year we had 2 senior students that were selected as all-state musicians, and that was James O'Donnell and Kyle Siskron. Jimmy was an all-state band, and Kyle was an all-state orchestra. The Altoona Area High School Music Department recently participated in the Festivals of Music in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and as in previous years, the students had an outstanding performance and returned with 6 first-place Superior Awards, 3 second-place Superior Awards, Overall Orchestra Award, Overall Jazz Award, Outstanding Jazz Section Award, Outstanding Jazz Soloist Award, and the Overall Esprit de Corps Award. Our music students are great ambassadors for Altoona. They can be seen pretty much all over and performing at a lot of locations. They devote countless hours to performances throughout our community, and we're very proud of them. In addition, the chorus this year was selected to perform with country music artist Eric Church on his Holdin' My Own tour in Pittsburgh. So those kids, along with Mrs. Sipes, had the opportunity to do a performance in Pittsburgh as well. Athletically, we had some District 6 champions this year with the boys volleyball team. It was their 2nd year in a row. The girls basketball team, the golf team. Track and field saw Daquan Watson placing 6th in the long jump, 6th in the high jump, and 7th in triple jump at the indoor state track and field meet. Wrestling, we had 4 district champions, 3 of those seniors, Cole Manley, Britt Symington, and Hunter Heilman. And a regional competition, Cole Manley was first, Britt was third, and Hunter Heilman was third. All moved on to the state competition with Cole earning a 5th place finish at the state level. Our AAHS gymnastics team were league champions and did well in their state competition. And we had 16 student athletes this year commit to playing intercollegiate athletics, 2 at the Division I level and 14 at the Division II and III levels. Again, a tribute to our coaches and our athletes that perform and work hard year in and year out. Academic clubs this year, as we mentioned a little earlier, the FBLA had 1 8th place state finisher in client service, and that was Destiny Fishing. Mock Trial was the district winner and a regional finalist and a 2nd place finish at the Penn State Invitational. Our Envirothon competition yielded a 1st and 2nd place at the state competition. The Junior Academy of Science competed at the state level, and the Speech League had 10 state qualifiers and 10 national qualifiers. And I would be remiss if we didn't mention our musical. Our spring musical this spring was Into the Woods under the direction of Mr. Ben Cossiter. Over 100 students in grades 10 to 12 participated in that musical. Members of the cast and crew received 8 Isaac Award nominations. And the results were runner-up for Best Overall Production. Achievement in Design MVP, senior Cassandra Hamill was the winner. Sarah Dell received a Mount Aloysius $4,000 scholarship. Sarah Broombaugh, McKenna Dugan, Jordan Giordano, Isabel Micah, and Mason Stumpf all received a $2,500 scholarship from Penn State Altoona. And thanks to the generosity of Bill and Ann Benzel, a $1,000 booster check will be given to the Drama Club. A couple other things I want to mention this evening as our senior class officers. Our president is Trinae Johnson, who will speak to the class this evening. Vice president is Tyler Rispoli. Secretary is Nathan Lawhead, and treasurer was James O'Donnell. This year's class colors were white and gold. Their theme was Evening in Athens, and the motto was, "It is our choices that show us what we truly are, far more than our abilities." And the class song was by Ben Rector, Brand New. We also want to recognize some of our retiring Altoona Area High School instructional staff, that being Amy Brisman, and our non-instructional staff members who are vital to the operation of our daily operation. Was Altoona Area School District Police Chief Jack Riley, Patty Watson, Patricia Hallinan, James Showalter, and Carolyn Lutz. We want to make sure we say thank you for your service to the students and all that you've done for the Altoona Area School District. So as we finish up, we're going to let you watch everyone as they procession, and soon we will be underway with the commencement of the class of 2017.
of future doctors, educators, mechanics, politicians, members of the military, and most importantly, future history makers. Today we come together to celebrate a milestone, the graduation of Altoona Area High School's class of 2017. On behalf of the class, I would like to thank all of the teachers, principals, parents, and friends who have helped us all along our journeys that have led to this exciting accomplishment. We have all achieved so much at our time at Altoona High, and we all have so much planned ahead for the future. Albert Einstein once said, "Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow." May we all learn from the mistakes and challenges of yesterday. May we all live in the moment by taking joy in our meeting today, and may all of our tomorrows be filled with big dreams and amazing experiences. I hope that in our tomorrows, we are granted the ability to incline our ears towards wisdom and apply our hearts to understanding. Let us seek knowledge for the hope of finding understanding. I hope that we are able to make a difference for the good wherever we may find ourselves. Classmates, I encourage you to cherish this moment, for never again will we graduate high school, and never again will we all be together in this stadium. We're proud of our peers, we're proud of ourselves, and we're proud to be Mountain Lions. Thank you.
So many things to do or say, but I can't seem to find my way, but I wanna know how. I know I'm meant for something else, but first I gotta find myself, but I don't know how. Oh, why do I reach for the stars when I don't have wings to carry me that far? I gotta have roots before branches to know who I am before I know who I wanna be. The faith to take chances, to live like I see a place in this world for me. Sometimes I don't wanna feel and forget the pain is real, get my head in the clouds. Oh, I start to run and then I stop, thinking I can get it all without my feet on the ground. There's always a seed before there's a rose. The more that it rains, the more I will grow. I gotta have roots before branches to know who I am before I know who I wanna be. And faith to take chances, to live like I see a place in this world for me. Whatever comes, I know how to take it. Learn to be strong, I won't have to fake it. Oh, you'll find your standing. Oh, the wind can come and do its best, blowing north and south, east and west. But I'll still be standing here. I'll stand in if I have roots before branches to know who I am before I know who I'm gonna be. And faith to take chances,
Please be seated. Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone to the 141st Altoona Area High School Commencement Ceremony. It is my pleasure and privilege to serve as the superintendent of the Altoona Area School District and to welcome and congratulate the class of 2017. At this time, I'd like to introduce our platform guests. Assistant to the Superintendent for Secondary Education, Mr. Brad Hatch. Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Education and Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Patty Burlingame. And our Board of Directors present, President of the Board, Mr. John Donnelly, Vice President, Mrs. Sharon Bream, Mrs. Judy Berryman, Mr. William Sigler, Mr. Ron Johnson, Mr. Dutch Brennan, and Mr. Richard Lockard. The Altoona Area School District wants to recognize and thank Mr. Lockard for his 44 years of service as a school board director. In that 44 years, Mr. Lockard has served the best interests of the students, teachers, and community well. Please join me in thanking Mr. Dick Lockard. Next up.
Welcome, friends, family, and graduates. The 32nd First Lady of the United States entered the White House in the midst of one of the bleakest times for families worldwide, filled with hunger and empty of hope. Eleanor Roosevelt may have asked herself, "What can I do?" Rather than despair, she moved forward and said, "It is better to light a candle than curse the darkness." She took action to create the National Youth Administration to help young people like us succeed in an economically weak time. As Altoona graduates, we too have experienced help from our teachers and family who have not only provided us with an education, but have also been routinely generous with their time, talent, and resources through leading us in food drives, sidewalk sweeps, the backpack program, blood drives, and visits to veterans. Furthermore, they have done all of this cheerfully. Our teachers' generous example has ignited a desire to serve in us, affording us the opportunity to share with others in a way that sparks their passion for sharing. When we see distress, we can follow Eleanor Roosevelt's example and help our people in our community. It is easy for us to feel badly for those who are in need. It is difficult to put forth the effort to help them. To pity distress is human, to relieve it is godlike, said Horace Mann. Our generosity will first be appreciated by its recipients, but a larger impact is made when we decide to share resources, time, or principles. Their benefit does not end after the instance of sharing, but continues exponentially as others follow our pattern. Unfortunately, many believe that giving of yourself means that the time that you've given to someone has been lost or even taken from you. This is not true. Because our time on earth is limited, we must spend it wisely. Hoarding your time for yourself does not increase the value of your time. It diminishes it. Spending your days with others, serving them has value, and you will feel fulfilled. Time is not a renewable resource. However, it is invaluable to those who you share it with. Almost as valuable as our time are our emotional resources. We all have the same capacity for humanity, and giving of yourself is not draining. On the contrary, you'll gain what you have given by tenfold. As James Keller said, "A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle.
If you share gifts of kindness and compassion, you will receive the joy that you bestow upon others. However, the same is true for negativity. Dishing hearty servings of harshness, envy, and bitterness will result in sorrow. Giving these things will make you feel unhappy, and others will be swift to give your gifts right back to you. Choose to use your gifts and talents to help others. Class of 2017, we do not need to work on the scale of Eleanor Roosevelt, facilitating the employment of 4.5 million young Americans. But we do have the responsibility to serve others as we can. As Mother Teresa simply asks of us, if you can't feed 100 people, then just feed one. Thank you.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and class of 2017. I'm so happy that today is finally here. I've been waiting for this since I walked through these doors, and that feeling only intensified because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. High school kind of sucked. All the tests and the homework and the studying and the sleepless nights. I can't even tell you how many of my nights were spent crying hysterically over a tub of ice cream while I binge watched Netflix. But don't get me wrong, it's not all bad. Actually, high school has taught me many valuable lessons that I'll probably carry with me throughout my life. Number 1, balance. I cannot stress enough the importance of finding balance between your school life and your social life. Please do not allow the stress and pressure of performing well in school to consume you. There are times for studying and homework, yes, but there are also times for you to take a break and make memories that will last a lifetime. Yes, it is okay to spend 12 hours writing an essay that's due the next day, but it's also okay to sit in a car with all your friends laughing and talking for 4 hours in the gourmet buffet parking lot, or to spontaneously drive to State College with your best friend who's become a sister to you just to get noodles. I learned that these memories will stick with you longer than the A you received on your report card, and I promise you that. Number 2, have a support system. When the stress becomes too much, which it will, trust me, you'll need someone there to tell you that it's going to be okay and that you'll get through it. Number 3, don't procrastinate. You will anyway, but at least saying you won't aloud shows that you have good intentions, making it a bit better when it inevitably happens. Number 4, learn from your mistakes. For example, this year I learned that, believe it or not, applying sunscreen multiple times is actually a good idea, especially when we're at the beach. If you don't, it is highly probable that you will cry during the 14-hour bus ride back home, especially when your bus driver is incapable of gently pushing on the brakes. Thank you, Mr. Buffalini, for that one. And lastly, cherish the time that you have, because you never know when that time is going to be up. Time flies, it's true, and we're all guilty of wanting it to at some point. Just think, on bad days, our mindset is, I can't wait for this day to be over. On Mondays, our mindset is, I can't wait until Friday. During the school year, our mindset is, I can't wait for the break, and when that one's over, it's when's the next. When we walked through those doors for the first time 3 years ago, our mindset was, I can't wait to graduate. And look where we are now. Happened fast, didn't it? Now tell me, did you appreciate those moments between then and now? All the gut-wrenching, six-pack ab-inducing laughs you shared? All those deep conversations you had at 3 in the morning? All of the friendships you developed? The answer is probably no. And that's the problem. You think you have time, when in reality you don't. So I want you to remember this moment. Remember the smiles on your friends' and family's faces. Remember how proud you are of yourself for making it this far. Remember that the last time could, in fact, be the last time. So enjoy this with those close to you, because even though you think there will be more, you don't have forever. So yeah, high school may have sucked, but you have to admit, there were good times and lessons learned. And I don't just mean facts, like how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but life lessons that helped you make it this far, and that will help you make it even further. Congratulations on all your achievements, and I wish you all the best of luck in your futures. Thank you.
I think my hat's gonna fly away. All right. Until today, I had never quite realized how many people made up the senior class. Of course, I had seen it as a number on my transcript, 547. But standing here, 547 people appears to be more than it seems on paper. I can see all of your faces and your expressions. The ones that say, I wish this girl would hurry up with her speech so we can graduate already. Don't worry, I'm as eager to graduate as you are. Standing up here is incredibly nerve-wracking, in case you were wondering. Never have I wanted to be part of the crowd more than today. I know how easy it is to get lost in a crowd. Throughout my years as a high school student, I became almost too familiar with the tactic. The me from 3 years ago could never have imagined herself getting up on a stage and delivering a speech to 1,000 or more people, an idea that I still haven't gotten used to, as I've already expressed. The me from 3 years ago could never have imagined herself achieving something she could be proud of. Pride? Impossible. Confidence? That word wasn't even in her vocabulary. It is easier to hide yourself from the world than to expose yourself to it. There's less of a chance you'll face rejection that way. It is better to be unknown than disliked. That was what the me from 3 years ago thought. But, you see, while she was concerning herself with the perceptions of others, she forgot to address her self-perception. While she worried about whether people liked her, she forgot to like herself. Shortcomings? They were just that to her. Pale skin, bushy hair, an anxious disposition, guarded when making friends, guarded when playing kickball in gym class. Too quiet, too snobby, too this, too that. She heaped these flaws upon herself, heaped and heaped, until she felt suffocated. I'm sure many of you have felt the same way. Too many mistakes, too many imperfections to match up with that ideal image of ourselves, the one that society would be aware of. Mistakes, errors, and shortcomings. That's all they were to the me from 3 years ago. But one day, she realized, or should I say I realized, that what we consider to be imperfections, flaws in a design, are the unique traits that make us who we are. So what if we don't fit a mold or meet a standard? So what if some people reject us? That's part of life. You'll never get anywhere worthwhile if you crouch behind the fear of rejection. I have come to learn that it is much more fun to open yourself up to the world, to live, and to love yourself. Of course, although I'm speaking of this change in attitude as if it were easy, it's definitely not. It takes time and effort, but when your attitude changes, your entire perspective on life changes. We'll all be off on our own journeys soon. For some of you, this may include college. Others, trade school, the military, the workforce, the entertainment industry, whatever your path may be. As you prepare to take this first step, I urge you to open up. Refuse to hide in the crowd like the me from 3 years ago. Be the person you are and not the person you feel you have to be. You don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer to find success and lifelong happiness. If you want to become one, that's great. But the point is, at the end of the day, you must accept yourself before you can truly live the life that was meant for you. I wish the best of luck to each and every one of you as you transition into the world of adulthood. Class of 2017, we did it.
Good evening. It is the task of the principal to leave the graduating class with a few words and thoughts as his or her students transition from high school students to high school graduates. This is not an easy task for me. Maybe it's because it's my first time making such a speech. Maybe it is because I'm unsure what wisdom I can impart to you that the countless teachers, counselors, and principals previous to me have not already shared with you. Maybe it's because I have so much I want to share with you that I could never cram it all into an hour-and-a-half speech. That's a joke, by the way. Mr. Buffalini told me I can only speak for an hour. In any case, I can tell you what makes this speech easy for me. You, the Altoona Area High School graduating class of 2017. The class of 2017 has continually impressed both as a group and as individuals. As a group, you helped to ensure that AAHS was named a U.S. News and World Report Bronze Medal School for the 6th year in a row. You prepared over 10,000 backpacks for food for local families. You raised nearly $20,000 for charities. You helped to save lives through 3 different American Red Cross blood drives. Most recently, you helped to beautify our community through the annual Tuna Tune-Up event. As individuals, you have 40 National Honor Society members among you, 21 Presidential Academic Excellence Award winners, 33 Greater Altoona Career and Technical Center Senior Award winners, and 2 National Merit Commended Scholars. Students in the class of 2017 have been awarded over $200,000 in AAHS scholarships and close to $1 million in overall scholarships. Your class has propelled our arts programs to new heights with 8 Isaac Award nominations, county, regional, and state performers in band, jazz band, orchestra, chorus, and vocal jazz. Additionally, you helped to secure countless awards on the recent music trip to Myrtle Beach, including the coveted Esprit de Corps Award. Your visual arts were proudly displayed at both local and regional locations and art shows. In athletics, you secured 4 team district and league titles, 5 individual District 6 champions, and 1 regional champion. 10 of you qualified for state competition, and 4 of you brought home medals from state competition. 16 of you have signed to compete at the collegiate level. The class of 2017 is impressive, most impressive. You have left an indelible mark on an already storied high school. You should be proud of your accomplishments, for your giving, for your success, and for your perseverance in earning an Altoona area high school diploma. I am proud of you, and I am confident that everyone in this stadium is proud of you as well. Excellent work, graduates. Excellent work. So back to the hard part. What can I possibly say to the 558 graduating seniors sitting in front of me? To answer this question, I decided to borrow some wisdom from one of my all-time heroes, Mr. Fred Rogers. I have selected some quotes from Mr. Rogers to share with you this evening. Mr. Rogers once stated, "Often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else." Tonight, many of us in this stadium feel that we are at the end of something. The reality is, graduates, you are just at the cusp of the next something in your lives. Maybe your something is college. Maybe your something is the workforce. Maybe your something is the military. Whatever your something is, know that you are prepared for it. Your hard work and dedication has prepared you. Make the most of your next something. Next, Mr. Rogers said, "Who we are in the present includes who we were in the past." Remember this, graduates. The person you were in 3rd grade is part of the person you are sitting in this stadium. The person that you are right now will be part of who you become in the future. Do not forget your past and the lessons that you have learned, but remember, your past does not define you. Third, if you could only sense how important you are to the lives of those you meet, how important you can be to the people you may never even dream of, there is something of yourself that you leave at every meeting with another person. Graduates, make sure that you always leave the best of yourself with those you meet and come in contact with. I can tell you with absolute certainty that all of you have impacted my life over the past 3 years. Some of you have impacted me on an individual level, but all of you have impacted me together as a class. Continue to impact others you come in contact with in a positive way. Fourth, Mr. Rogers provides us with the key to success. He states simply, there are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. Unfortunately, graduates, we live in a world that is not always kind. We are faced with this reality nearly every day in the news and in the media. Combat this trend with your own brand of kindness. It is amazing how a smile or a friendly hello can change someone's day maybe even your own. Lastly, Mr. Rogers gives us a quote that I believe was spoken just for an evening such as this. He states, "In the external scheme of things, shining moments are as brief as the twinkling of an eye. Yet such twinklings are what eternity is made of. Moments when we human beings say, 'I love you, I'm proud of you, I forgive you, I'm grateful for you.' That's what eternity is made of. Invisible, imperishable, good stuff. It is my sincere and lasting hope that this evening you are able to catch a twinkling of eternity, that tonight and every night in your future is filled with invisible, imperishable, good stuff." Congratulations again, class of 2017. Here's wishing you all the best in all that you do. At this time, we will present each member of the class of 2017 individually. We ask that you hold all applause and maintain a respectful silence so that all names can be heard when read.
The Altoona Area High School class of 2017. Isabel Micah. Alyssa Rispoli. Devin Almond. Sarah Somer. Alessandra Fama. Trinae Johnson. Joseph Roche. David Hess. Colin Allen. Taylor Berardi. Rachel Borst. Hannah Brown. Michael Bruce. Mackenzie Brunhuber. Gabian Bryan. Sarah Cipriani. Riley Clapper. Matthew Cowan. McKenna Daniel. John Paul Duffy. Michael Duffy. Christina Evans. Lindsay Fasolo. Montana Feathers. Rebecca Gallus. Kayleen Hallinan. Lindsay Helsel. Leroy Henry. Michaela Iannuzzi. Macy Jones. Anthony Cayley.
Jared Kutz. Nathan Lawhead. Morgan Lidwell. Braden Long. Taylor Massey. Zoria McAnuff. James O'Donnell, Trevor Pelfey, Kaylin Pater, Elizabeth Perlman, Caitlin Plunkett, Sadie Reiner, Tyler Rispoli, Malia Schimminger, Casey Sheets, Ryan Shope, Lily Smith, Rhiannon Stangl, Megan Vigney, Christian Wilkins, Gavin Williamson, Hannah Weiland,
Dylan Allen, Eva Avini, Kirsten Beach, Rachel Billiter, Jillian Brannon, Sarah Broombaugh, Ian Campbell, Taylor Carini. Alicia Carper, Kirsten Carter, Sierra Cornelius, Brittany Dansha, Macy O'Day, Olivia DeAngelis, Sarah Dell, Dean Eberhardt, Richard Ecker,
Alexis Evans, Jordan Giordano, Kyle Good, Sarah Hall, Cassandra Hamill, Paris Ha, Jacob Horde, Brandon Imler, Alyssa James, Dylan John, Devin Kennedy, Ivory Krice, Mackenzie Coons, James Like, Kyler Lilly, Jacob Lindner, McKenna Lynn Massar,
Rachel McMonigal, Trent Miller, Zachary Miller, Marina Misitano, Nancy Mock, Danae Morris, Kimberly Wynn, Miranda Oswalt, Caitlin Palazzi, Destiny Fiershing, Kara Plummer, Jacob Plunkett, Kendra Renzo, Joshua Russo, Haley Sanders, Britton Symington, Dylan Singer,
Kyle Siskron Leonard, Charles Smith, Robert Smith, Alexandra Stalter, Jaden Starr, Tyler Stewart, Megan Stratiff, Michael Stumpf, Zachary Swartz, Kayla Van Ormer, Daquan Watson, Kirsten Wyant, Madeline Whitaker, Ethan Wood. Lauren Woomer. Maya Ray. Matthew Zupon.
Miranda Amick. Dorothy Anderson. Carsey Ardrey. Aaliyah Arthur. Abigail Arthurs. Sarah Ashcroft. Emily Baker. Jennifer Balliet. Riley Banks. Serena Barnes. Hannah Barr. Alyssa Bathurst. Sarah Beard. Delaney Bellardi. Tyla Belton Oliveria. Alyssa Bender.
Dustin Adams. Nathaniel Adams. Zachary Adams. William A.J. John David Banholzer. Nathan Elverson. Nicholas Askey. Drake Barger. Trey Barr. Caleb Barr. Christopher Beach. James Berry. Cody Bennett. Timothy Becker. Robert Bennett. Hunter Benton.
Shaylee Ben. Crystal Benz. Tabitha Berry. Zoe Biddle. Elena Beetziger. Carice Blackie. Michaela Blattenberger. Melanie Boggs. Lily Bowser. Lillian Boyd. Haley Burke Raymond. Brittany Burkett. Jordan Carruthers. Emily Castillo. Lindsay Chamberlain. Olivia Chamberlain.
Joseph Berger. Anthony Bertani. Alexander Bice. Noah Bowser. Jacob Brynick. Joshua Brown. Nathaniel Brown. Sean Brown. Nicholas Carruthers. Evan Cardoza. Caleb Kavanaugh. Gavin Castine. Blaze Kolobov. Caleb Clerkin. Nicholas Capetta. Joshua Compton.
Jenna Cheslock. Kylie Clausen. Elena Capetta. Jordan Christ. Deja Cuff. Bryn Danella. Michaela David. Capri Davis. Destiny Davis. Lindsay Davis. Jenna DeGennaro. Kessler Delozier, Sierra Dempsey, Alyssa Detweiler, Miranda Detweiler, Danielle Deal,
Shane Kreider, Cameron Cottrell, John Cummings, Remington Cumming, Caleb Doherty, John DeVersa, Bailey Davis, Austin Del Baggio, Nathaniel Della, Bryce Denny, Dakota Dent, Jacob Detterline, Zachary Detweiler, Evan Dively, Corey Dugan, John Dokes,
Mariah Edwards, Paige Albert, Autumn Amy Bellin, Emily Evangelisto, Hannah Feathers, Brittany Filippiak, Megan Fisher, Alicia Friedenberger, Haley Friedenberger, Jasmine Gasper, Chelsea Geisler, Alyssa George, Aspen Gomes, Olivia Gray, Chelsea Green, Alyssa Hamilton,
Benjamin Dum, Ty Dunchak, Nicholas Fasik, Tyler Fink, Alexander Flegel, Matthew Fisher, Joshua Fry, Trent Gearhart, Elijah Gilbert Kehoe, Sean Gibson, Damian Greger, Jonathan Greger, Tristan Grassmeyer, Thomas Gray, Cameron Green, Victor Haas,
Samantha Hand, Paige Harkins, Allie Harpster, Kirsten Hawes, Riley Hatch, Christy Hennahan, Gabriella Hoover, Kayla Hench, Madeline Hott, Shelby Horton, Emily Hugar, Shannon Haupt, Tiffany Hughes, Mackenzie Irish, Deja Johnson, Natalie Johnson,
William Harbaugh, Steve Hamilton, Adam Hatch, Hunter Howman, Gavin Himes, John Howes, Stanley Hoke, Hadley Hollern, Robert Hoover, Zachary Hoover, Connor Huber, Jacob Huber, Evan Hughes, Evan Huey,
Daniel Kindle, Bruce Crestar,
Madison Jones, Mara Kelly, Emily Kester, Mara Kiesewetter, Emily Knepp, Hannah Cayley, Alexander Kosman, Madison Kowalowski, Kiara Kramer, Zoe Landeck, Alyssa Leach, April Leandry, Haley Leitner, Adriana Lagros, Kendra Lockard, Dana Long,
Michael Kuhn, Jack Kuhn, Quentin Kuklinski, Nathan Lamarck, Jacob Lauver, Lance Langensiepen, Andre Lear, Timothy Leberfinger, Austin Lees, Hunter Link, Maxwell Lynham, Timothy Maines Jr., Cole Manley, Brady McCarthy, Dylan McClellan, Connor McCloskey,
Hannah Long, Jordan Long, Alexandria Longo, Samantha Lonsinger, Saline Lestaglia,
It's like Slothridge.
Bailey Lockridge, Emily Lazinski, Jasmine Lynch,
It's Mackie.
Haley Mackey, Regina Menser, Caitlin Miller, Kaylee Miller, Samira Moore, Delaney Moyer, Sarah Musselman, Abigail Nakash,
Jeremy McCorston, Kyle McFadden, Scott Mintel, Azari Mercer, Braden Miller, Justin Miller, Kyle Miller, Trevor Miller, John Mort, Dylan Murphy, Nathaniel Murphy, Alexander Musser, Nathaniel Myers, Charles Nolan, Wyatt Oppel, James Noy,
Amber Newberry, Emerald Nimitz, Camille Outen, Victoria Over, Amanda Painter, Aslan Pardellis, Paige Paris, Kaylee Peachy, Madison Peterman, Ashley Postaway, Tyriana Pratola, Joanne Pringle, Alexis Pro, Sydney Puhatch, Danny Polsino, Cassandra Quintero,
Zeth Osborne, Austin Pomerine, Liam Payne, Harrison Pellegrine. Tyler Potts. Lance Puhatch. Tyler Paulsine. Joseph Ralston. Kyle Reed. Dalen Reed. Jeremy Reed. Randy Reed Jr. Shane Roan. William Riggleman. Mason Robles. Jason Rowland.
Janelle Ryder. Kathleen Raymickle. Brianna Richards. Tatiana Richardson. Logan Ridenauer. Shania Raybuck. Shannon Rudy. Sarah Ross. Kira Schmidt. Tovin Schilling. Sarah Schmidt. Elizabeth Schwartz. Taylor Seidel. Demia Shaneyfelt. Madison Sheetrom. Mackenzie Shook.
Noah Romano. Devin Ruckinger. Tyler Russell. Julian Saborio. Jeremy Sanders. Austin Savino. Dondre Schmidhammer. Trevor Schobel. John Sell. Samuel Sessaman. Colin Shannon. Cameron Sheets. Nathan Schumann. Tyler Skelly. Joshua Skinner. Stephen Smith.
Asia Schultz. Dana Schultz. Brianna Shunk. Madison Symington. Samantha Slaughter. Kirsten Smith. Audrey Snyder. Tasha Snyder. Sydney Starbird. Claire Steinbugle. Samantha Stewart. Tabitha Stotler. Michaela Stubler. Kaylin Strittmatter. Caitlin Sunderland. Sierra Taylor.
Stephen Snowden. Nathan Snyder. Seth Snyder. Skylar Stein. Alexander Summers. Jonathan Stroh. Jacob Stevens. Justin Tabib. Tien True. David Somerville. Bradley Weatherwalk. Luke Uliano. Scott Walter. Ian Weir. Joseph Williams. Justin Weiner. Josh Weiner.
Sierra Thompson. Caitlin Thompson. Tanea Trice, Haley Trude, Kelsey Vaughn, Alexis Walker, Kiara Walker, Sarah Walker, Caitlin Wallace, Hannah Walter, Catherine Walter, Julia Warren, Carrie Weatherwalk, Jordan Wyant, Natalie Weir, Azaria White,
Brady Winand, Preston Whitfield, Logan Woodring, Dylan Woomer, Jason Yoder, Jacob York, Dominic Zitch, Steve Franklin, Colin Brandt, Aaron Colbert, Aaron Fitzsimmons, Hunter Ebert, Braden Farster, Nasir Garner, Marcus Huggins, Zaire Kelly,
Paige Whitfield, Jada Wilkinson, Renata Williams, Kristen Wineland, Allison Wise, Charlie Yeager, Alexis Yon, Alexa Young, Kiara Coble, Tori Zakriski, Caitlin Allen, Elizabeth Belucher, Bailey Butler, Gabriel Brown, Madison James, Aaliyah Lafferty,
Isaiah Myers, Richard Vinglish, Joshua Snyder, Christopher Wilson, Kyle Roberts, Christopher Coley, Seth Miller, Elijah Shomo, Deontay Morris, Victor Trexler,
Michaela Rucker, Deanna Cease, Kayla Smith, Marissa Thompson, Isabel Walter, Tori Wilt, Kylie Ann Bowersox, Hannah Young, Cheyenne Bradley, Mindy Baker, Kiara Mallory,
Will Trinae Johnson please come to the podium to offer her remarks?
graduating class of 2017. The time of hearing you will be the future has passed. It has come to fruition. This is the future. You're seeing it every morning when you look in the mirror. Look around. Society is the clay that we right now have the chance to mold and manipulate for the better. Those in our generation are the pioneers of this era, breaking down walls and offering up otherworldly perspectives and angles. I have so much faith in all of us. If there is anything I have learned in my 17 years, it is that we are dependent on ourselves. We fight, struggle, and drag ourselves to the top at all costs. We are unflinching and even mocking in the face of adversity. I am so proud to have been born in this generation for so many reasons. Some say we are stubborn, but I think a more appropriate term is resilient. All of us are resilient. Many of us balance extracurriculars, a job, sports, schoolwork, and home life. But we persevere, both academically and athletically. In Speech League this year, several of my teammates qualified for the national level competition. The music department won 15 awards at Myrtle Beach this past May. Many of our fellow musicians have reached state and national levels for both regular choir and jazz choir. In regards to athletics, our golf team has gone undefeated for the past 2 years. The boys tennis team triumphed as the Cedar Crest Invitational champions this year. Along with our successes, we've also experienced heartache. This year, we have lost many students in our district and surrounding districts for many reasons. Each death was a blow to our insistence on continuing our lives. Earlier this year, I had read a book called Mosquitoland. It's a coming-of-age story about a girl our age, figuring out life and realizing that heartbreak and death are more or less the same thing. The message of the book is that we take the bad events that have happened to us or around us, and we grow from them and change our lives. A quote from this book that I thought distinguished both of them very well reads, "Because that is the personality of change, isn't it? When it's fast, they call it change. When it's slow, they call it growth." We are resilient and we persevere, but I believe our job is to grow and change both ourselves and the world around us. And I think that is what we need more of, growth. We as students, athletes, artists, educators, friends, families, all of us as human beings. And maybe the real world is overflowing with change, but if the change is too sudden, you begin to lose track of where you've come from and how far you've come. Right now, I would like to thank my mentors from the past years. If not for them, I wouldn't be where I am right now or who I am in this moment. So thank you, Carolyn Klein, Patrick McKinney, Kelly Sipes, and Andrew Yingling for helping me to put the parts of where I'm from into where I'm going. At this time, I would like to wish all of you luck in your future endeavors. I beg you to persevere. Persevere like your heart depends on it. The people that you looked up to this point won't be around forever. It is your job to step up and take their place and inspire those who will follow in your footsteps. This is what separates the fighters from the quitters, and I believe we are the fighters. Thank you for allowing me to be your president, and congratulations, class of 2017.
Will Mr. John Donnelly, President of the Altoona Area School Board, please come to the podium? Will the class of 2017 please stand? As principal of the Altoona Area High School, I hereby attest that members of the class of 2017 receiving diplomas have met the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Altoona Area School District for graduation. Mr. John Donnelly, President of the Altoona Area School Board, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present you the senior class of 2017.
As President of the Altoona Area School Board, I declare the members of the class of 2017 who complete the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Altoona Area School District to be graduates of Altoona Area High School. At this time, I'd ask Mr. Locker to please join me up here. I think it's only appropriate after 44 years of service that Mr. Lockard presents the first diploma to the President, Trinae Johnson. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you all. The Board of School Directors congratulates all of you and wishes you nothing but the best for a successful future. Thank you.
Blow, oh gentle mountain breezes from the golden west. Breathe thy peaceful evening tidings to the AAHS. Whisper to us words of pleasure as the dim twilight softly gathers round our colors. Dear maroon and white.
Fellow classmates, today begins a new chapter in our lives. As one door closes, another one opens. We leave and go our separate ways, but we'll cherish forever our times as being a mountain lion. Thank you to everyone, our parents, teachers, and friends who have helped make this day happen. We treasure all of the friendships we have created and are grateful for the things we have learned. As we graduate today, may all of our achievements grow and may we all chase our dreams. May God bless this class and keep us safe in all of our future endeavors, and may God bless America.
Couple notable points from our valedictorian, Alessandra Fama. Her words of wisdom to her classmates or that it's easier to hide from the world to then expose yourself to it. She challenged her classmates to be who they are, to be proud of that, and to do the best that they can be as they move forward. Salutatorian Sarah Sommer quoted Eleanor Roosevelt this evening and challenged her classmates to share their gifts and compassion toward others. Devin Almond, her wisdom on handling stress was to maintain the importance of a balance between life and school, add a support network system, don't procrastinate, learn from your mistakes, and cherish the time that you have. Important points for all of us. Trinae Johnson called themselves pioneers in this era. Their job is now to grow and change the world around us. And there's no doubt that many of these students will go out and make a significant difference. We want to thank all those that support the scholarships given out to these graduates this year. More than $200,000 was awarded to our graduates, as well as the Altoona Alumni Association, who gives 10 $1,000 scholarships each year to our graduating seniors. I want to thank the members of the film seminar staff who were on the field today taking photos of the individual graduates as they received their diploma certificates. These photos may be purchased by contacting the Film Center located in the Pleasant Valley Shopping Center or by going online to their website. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast of the commencement service for the Altoona Area High School class of 2017. A special thank you goes out to Doug Sipes, Mike Baker, and the MLTV student crew for making this possible today. The broadcasting team does a phenomenal job covering the activities of the school district throughout the year, and this was another one of their phenomenal events. Also, thank you to Rebecca Anderson and Jolie Fleck, senior class counselors, for providing so many great facts about our graduates today. Mrs. Anderson and Mrs. Fleck have worked hard behind the scenes with these students for the past 3 years. To the families, friends, and neighbors of our graduates, we say congratulations. Thank you for your support and for all that you've done to get these young people to where they are today. We thank you for watching. For the Altoona Area School District, I'm Paula Foreman. Have a wonderful evening, and on Altoona.